This is to the broken homes of the holidays. If you're new to it, this is your first year. Patience. I know it feels like the end of the world and that there's no tomorrow, but listen, God has a plan. If you're a daughter, let me begin with the men because it's easy. It's best the kids are taken from you. Okay? They were given to the mother. It's best they're taken from you because she is the mother. She paid the blood. Okay? That's who God elected. Why Moses lets Zipporah almost kill their son when the Lord comes to kill him. Moses gets in front, he doesn't argue with Zipporah. Well, she finally circumcises the child at the very last, but he still doesn't argue with her, and she was going to kill it. The mother can't do wrong. You're the man, so you're going to be ejected to the head. It feels like she was taken from you, or she ran, but she gets no feet, no hands, and no head with God. So it's you that is being moved. And the reason this is happening to you is so you can learn to father. He saw fruits, and so he clipped. And you must have been a good father, a husband. Good. Be a better one. And the learning process sucks ass. Chastisement hurts. And all the daughters are already chastised, okay? So as the man, you have to become dust. Like the woman brought in adultery, Jesus goes down to the dust. He kneels down. She stays standing. All the mothers that stood like her, they went out. But the man that goes to dust, as God said to Adam, dust to dust. So you have to become dust, pick up the command, learn to go forth. He dies without the gate. He goes before the family. The priests go before. And that's what God is trying to teach you, is to love your wife like Christ. And in order to do the father, you have to learn to be the son. Well, if you're not dying before your bride, if you're crying that she's taken from you and such, you're not doing Jesus Christ yet. And you have to do Jesus before you can do Moses. You have to do Jesus for 40 years, technically, before you do Moses. And so you don't get to complain as a father, as the son, as the father, for 40 years. I know that sucks, but you have to bring her blameless all that time. Now, she's going to be suffering a circumcision every move, so she's getting chastised no matter which way she turns. If they have a child and that hurts you, and they're moving up, she's building a family or whatever, don't look at Hosea. Those are your kids. And you are to die at the gate so that she's not called an adulteress. You understand? If the Lord wants you to have your wife, He'll have her come to you. Don't ever chase your woman, okay? Unless the Lord, of course, commands you like Hosea. That's a no-go. Because you adhere to your wife and not to my command is the fall of man. It's house cats catching mice. Those aren't men she's fucking back there, okay? She's the feline. They're the mice. She's the daughter of the king, and they are in rebellion to the king. Any man that does adultery is a dead man. He does not, especially if you're faithful. He is the Lion of Judah. Therefore, every daughter is covered. And if you're in adultery, hurry up, get to the gate and die for them. All of them. Polygamy is not a problem with God as long as it's monogamous. That is, it comes back one man to be blamed and not on the daughters. So do as Jesus. I hope that you understand what I'm telling you, because what I'm telling you is what you need to know. It's what it is. If you don't husband them before, if you don't father before, if you don't go before them, you're not their husband. No matter how much you thought you were together, you weren't, because she was doing her part and you were not doing yours. She was dying for it and you were going to work sewing fig leaves. You understand? Now, if you're a wounded vet or something, I can understand you gave blood, and what you're totally right. I mean, I don't know how else to explain this, but if you're fucking the men of war's wives, you're a fucking retard. But don't worry about them. We don't turn back to war with the flesh. We go before. Though we walk in flesh, we don't war with it. We go before the body, okay? You're the head. And God wants somebody to blame, and that's a spiritual journey, learning how to do his business. And his business is the covering of daughters, okay? It's at the oath. It's at the hand. Now, don't look down on them as adulterers like you didn't do it, because you know goddamn well you did, unless you're Jesus Christ or born a eunuch or something like Jeremiah or Daniel. But point being, all the fucking men I know are were guilty of adultery. And God says every man is guilty of adultery. And damn is blood. God broke it between the lifeblood and so forth. So you're the dust. Learn to love her like Jesus. You're to be ravaged by the wife of your youth always. Ravaged is crucified, humiliated, lured, destroyed, killed, mocked, scourged. It's crucified for them. And Christ shows us what to do for ours. Christ is the head of man. Man is the head of the woman. You received her, not her you. So don't move to the Gentile idols or none of that shit. Don't go in there swearing because you're not to swear. You already know. These are all going to be tests for you. I hope you get them done in the first. It hurts if you don't turn to the Lord sooner, because that's why he's taken her. That's his daughter. He gave her to you when you did not have his favor. Now go earn his favor, like she already has. If you plan to war with her and expect God to take your side, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Don't be like me. Don't do that. You'll lose, okay? And if you think you're winning, you're not. The daughter is never diminished, ever. So whenever they think they're robbing her, they're not, okay? So don't war with her. And those children are hers. Learn from Moses. Learn from your patriarchs and prophets. Give her her children. And just support the best you can. And if she's not to your flesh, that's okay. You're allowed more wives by God. Polygamy is not a problem with God. So if she wants to go from you and you take another wife, that's between you and God and the daughter. But the daughters are given, right? So they're blameless no matter what. That's why the father gives the daughter. So that you are first the father before you are the husband. So that you go before his father before you are a husband. Okay? So that you father the children. So that you teach them. Children go behind you. Okay? Yeah, to have a people, you have to have a man. To have children, you just need women and children. But to have a son, a people, you need a man. Now, a people can be not a son. So you can be a rebellion to God. Don't do that. In your rebellion, go to your dust, cover her, and believe God. She's the seed of life, okay? And you have to, the husband does not dwell in the same place as the wife. He goes before her. His blood is before the door. Hers is in the house. His is before the gate of the city. Hers is the city. Okay? So each daughter a pearl gate. So you just make sure to cover like the 3 angels before. And if you need help, please check out the website. All free, all for you. Costed me everything. But keep your head up. You're the man. So embrace the fucking suck. She's been doing it all these years. And if you have kids, she went to death. Okay? She went to death no matter what. She comes in bleeding, offering her life. What you did with it was up to you. But anything that went wrong has to be on you. Because you're the head, you're the father. No father says, okay, well, let me ask my children. And she is with the children ruling over them. You're before that, okay? So keep the faith. May the Lord be with you. And just be the man.